Now? Right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brother Martin NJROTC Change of Command and Awards ceremony for our 53rd year of operation. The ceremony will begin in 2 minutes. Please silence all cell phones. Due to current protocols, we ask that you do not get up and take pictures during the ceremony. Photographs will be on the website and we can provide them to you. Present-day reviews have their basis in both history and tradition, the mass formation of troops on one long line at a close interval, made possible the massing of firepower from muzzle-loaded muskets of yesterday. In those early days, the line of battle was just that, a line of 2 or 3 ranks, and looked much like the parade formation that you will see today. The adjutant forms the line for battle. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the official party, the invocation, and the national anthem. Brother Meyer, Naval Science Instructor, arriving. Brother Martin, NJROTC, arriving. Brother Martin, arriving. Please remain standing for the invocation. Loving and merciful God, remember Christ your Son, who is peace itself, and who has washed away our hatred with his blood, because you love all men and women. Look with mercy on all who are engaged in battle. Banish the violence and evil within all combatants, so that one day we may all deserve to be called your sons and your daughters. Grant this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen cor Jesu, amen cor Maria. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Platoon commanders, please bring your platoons to at ease. So it's kind of hard to believe that we've got 3 of our classes, the 8th graders, the freshmen, and the sophomores, who have not seen this ceremony before, this change of command, because of last year. I'd also like to dismiss the side boys. For those of you who don't know, all the awards that you see over here come from different service organizations. Normally we have representatives from all of them, but unfortunately this year we can't. They were all very excited that we were still able to recognize our students. This is the magic binder that even none of the students know what's in it. This has all their names for all the awards that we're presenting today. So cadets, we went over it in class. If your name is called up for an award, please take one step back. We're going to make one modification. I want you to go to this side of the gym, your right side, right, and then wait over here by the bell for your name to be called. Please don't trip on the cords.
Our NJROTC awards were presented in class today to cadets who have distinguished themselves in the program this year. These awards represent hard work throughout the year. We will announce the names, but they will not come forward to be recognized. Cadets, when your name is called, please raise and lower your hand. We recognize an upper class cadet and a first year cadet with the most participation events in this school year. This year's recipients of medals were Cadets Bo Robinson and Noah Mooney. We award a Cadet of the Quarter and Cadet of the Semester to a first-year cadet nominated by his platoon chief, recommended by the Command Master Chief, and approved by the Naval Science instructors. The winners this year were first quarter, Cadet Jordan McCarty; second quarter, Cadet William Pejic; first semester, Cadet Noah Mooney; third quarter, Cadet Blake Cohen. Cadets Colin Blackwell, Landon Merritt, Josh Peltier, Sean Lagrange, and a tie at the 8th grade level with Cole Heap and William Pejic received the NJROTC Honor Cadet Ribbon, which is awarded yearly to one cadet in each year group with the highest overall academic achievement, GPA, in school, including the Naval Science courses. It is the 3rd highest individual award that can be earned by a cadet. Cadets Artie Dagaglu, Christian Schneller, and Devin St. Clair received the NJROTC Distinguished Cadet Ribbon, which is awarded to one cadet from each year group who distinguished himself in his display in outstanding scholastic achievement, participation, and aptitude in NJROTC unit activities. It is the 2nd highest individual award that can be earned by a cadet. The first year's Cadets Award will be presented to the Cadet of the Year. We would like to recognize Cadets Andrew Rupp, Mark Graffio, and Matthew Lewis, who received the Aptitude Ribbon for their exceptional military aptitude and dedication to the NJROTC program. Let's congratulate all of our award winners. Service Organization Awards.
So what I want you to do, read this out right here. Okay, and then you can just keep reading.
The Brother Martin NJROTC Peer Leadership Award will be presented to Cadet Christian Sneller, Cadet Bo Robinson, and Cadet David Powell by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Brother Martin NJROTC. These awards are in memory of the late Patrick Casey Manale, to the leaders who best demonstrate academic excellence, character, leadership, and reliability. The winners were voted on by honorary class graduates for their mentorship, guidance, and motivation to excel. A plaque and medal are awarded to the junior officer. The American Legion Award will be presented to Cadet Nicholas Lemoyne, Cadet Artie Dagalu, and Cadet Artie Dagalu by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Ed Bronner Post number 307. The American Legion General Military Excellence Award is awarded to senior or junior who excels academically and demonstrates outstanding military leadership, discipline, character, and citizenship. The American Veterans Award will be presented to Cadet Cody Estrada and by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the American Veterans, Louisiana Chapter. The American Veterans ROTC Recognition Award is a medal awarded to an outstanding cadet that possesses individual characteristics contributing to leadership, such as a positive attitude toward the Navy ROTC program, outstanding personal appearance, personal attributes of the initiative, dependability, sound judgment, self-confidence, and outstanding academic performance. The U.S. Marine Corps Support Group Award will be presented to Cadet Cameron Dunbar by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the U.S. Marine Corps Support Group. The U.S. Marine Corps Support Group presents the Captain Samuel Nicholas Award for the cadet who displays a high degree of leadership and dedication to the program. Captain Nicholas was the first officer commissioned to the U.S. Marine Corps and is considered the first Commandant of the Marine Corps. The Order of the Dedalians Award will be presented to Cadet Landon Merritt by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Order of the Dedalians. The Order of the Dedalians is a fraternity commissioned military pilots from all military services. It is named after the mythical figure Daedalus and was organized by World War I commissioned military pilots who sought to perpetuate the spirit of patriotism, love of the country, and those high details of self-sacrifice which place service to the nation above personal safety and position. The JROTC Achievement Award is offered to encourage the development of these traits in JROTC cadets and to interest them in a military career. The award is given to the junior that demonstrates the ideals of this award and is ranked in the top of the junior classes. The Daughters of 1812 Award will be presented to Cadet Zachary Roshan by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Chalmette chapter. The National Society of the Daughters of 1812 is an award to a cadet who has demonstrated qualities of academic excellence, leadership, military discipline, dependability, patriotism, and upright character in speech and habits, which exemplifies the ideals upon which our nation was founded. The Daughters of American Colonists Award will be presented to Cadet Andres Rodriguez by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Daughters of American Colonists Foundation. The Daughters of American Colonists ROTC Medal is awarded to a cadet who has demonstrated proficiency in academic subjects, ROTC activities, and good citizenship. The Daughters of the American Revolution Award will be presented to Cadet Rafael Scarmetta by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Daughters of the American Revolution. The Daughters of the American Revolution ROTC Medal is awarded to a cadet who has excelled in naval science courses and who has demonstrated those qualities of leadership, dependability, good character, adherence to military discipline, and who has shown a fundamental patriotic understanding of the NJROTC training. The Daughters of Colonial Wars Award will be presented to Cadet Artie Dagaglu and by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Daughters of Colonial Wars Foundation. The Daughters of Colonial Wars is awarded to a cadet that demonstrates a strong knowledge of American history, promotes patriotism, and loyalty to the country. The Daughters of Founders and Patriots Award will be presented to Cadet Devin St. Clair by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes. The Daughters of Founders and Patriots NJROTC Medal is awarded to a cadet that promotes respect for our flag, shows an interest in history, and displays leadership qualities within the junior ROTC program. The Fleet Reserve Association Award will be presented to Cadet Eric Wickbold. He is unable to join us today, and he is unable to join us today by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief on behalf of the Fleet Reserve Association. The Fleet Reserve Association Medal is awarded to a cadet that has demonstrated superior leadership and dedication to the NJROTC program. The Knights of Columbus Award will be presented to Cadet Bo Robinson by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Knights of Columbus. The Knights of Columbus 4th degree NJROTC Patriotic Medal and a certificate is awarded to a cadet who has shown dedication, professionalism, and patriotism towards his school, unit, and country. The Military Officers Association of America Award will be presented to Cadet Lennox Brown and by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Military Officers Association of America. The Military Officers Association of America Medal is awarded to a cadet who has excelled scholastically and displayed military excellence while a cadet in the NJROTC unit at Brother Martin High School. The Military Order of Foreign Wars Award will be presented to Cadet Jacob Terrell by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Military Order of Foreign Wars. The Military Order of Foreign Wars Bronze Medal for Leadership is presented to the cadet that exemplifies dedication to the unit through superior leadership and participation. The Military Order of the Purple Heart Award will be presented to Cadet Christian Schneller by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 1955. The Military Order of the Purple Heart Leadership Award recognizes a cadet other than a senior who has a positive attitude toward NJROTC and country, holds a leadership position in the company, is active in school and community affairs, and demonstrates an outstanding academic achievement. The Military Order of World Wars Award will be presented to Cadet Andrew Rupp by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Military Order of World Wars. The Military Order of World Wars NJROTC Award of Merit is a medal and plaque to that student who has demonstrated understanding of patriotism and a love for our country, outstanding accomplishment or service to the unit, and a positive attitude towards the program, and will return as a cadet next semester. This cadet has his name inscribed on a plaque in the ROTC office. The Navy League Award will be presented to Cadet Mark Graffio by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Navy League of New Orleans. The Navy League Theodore Roosevelt Youth Medal for the NJROTC is a medal and certificate awarded to a cadet who has demonstrated the highest standards of the program in academics, leadership, attitude, and appearance. The National Sojourner Society Award will be presented to Cadet Journey Harris by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Louisiana No. 33 Brandy Wine Camp. The National Sojourners Award is a medal awarded to a junior or sophomore with superior academic achievement that demonstrated the ideals of patriotism and a potential for leadership. Mr. Harris is not present today. The National Naval Officers Association Award will be presented to Cadet Tyler Gobert by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the National Naval Officers Association. The National Naval Officers Association Medal is awarded to a junior or sophomore who possesses a leadership position within the unit, organizes and participates in school or community cultural events and activities, and provides training and counseling to junior cadets. The Reserve Officers Association Award will be presented to Cadet Gregory Bender and Cadet Dominic Matty by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the New Orleans chapter. This award is presented to the cadet that has demonstrated outstanding dedication to citizenship, knowledge of civic responsibility, military orientation, self-discipline, and a sound work ethic. The Scottish Rite Association will be presented to Cadet Mark Raffio by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the New Orleans chapter. The Scottish Rite Association Medal is a medal and certificate award to a second or awarded to a second or third year cadet in recognition of scholastic excellence and demonstrated Americanism in support of the United States as a member of the NJROTC. The Sons of the American Revolution Award will be presented to Cadet Colin Blackwell by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Sons of the American Revolution. The Sons of the American Revolution Medal is awarded to a cadet showing a high degree of merit in leadership qualities, military bearing, and discipline. The Surface Navy Association Award will be presented to Cadet Sebastian Gonzalez and Cadet Enzo Antonio Foster by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the National Surface Navy Association. The Surface Navy Association Stephen Decatur Jr. Award is presented to one junior who possesses a character reflecting the Navy's core value of honor, courage, and commitment, demonstrates leadership potential, and aptitude in NJROTC as evidenced by motivation, performance of duty, and military bearing, and also has minimum of a cumulative B average in academic studies. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Award will be presented to Cadet Avery Broussard by Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes on behalf of the Alfred E. Flynn Post 8973. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Bronze Medal and Certificate is awarded to a cadet who has shown outstanding dedication to the NJROTC program, his unit, and his position.
Throughout the year, cadets are graded on inspection, drill, and participation. Cadets are divided in platoons, as you see here today. One platoon performed the best amongst all the platoons across the spectrum of drill, inspection, grades, participation, and cadet achievements. The commander, the chief, the guidon, the squad leaders all contribute as future leaders to the success of their platoon. The platoon is designated as the honor platoon. These cadets who are in this platoon all year will earn the honor platoon ribbon. The guidon from 2nd Platoon and Cadet Blackwell, front and center. Second Platoon guidon, come on up. Cadet Whitbolt is the commanding officer. He's unable to join us today. Second Platoon, you can get excited. Cheer for yourself. Go on. So I'd like to present this one. It's our final award. It goes to the Cadet of the Year. The Naval Science instructors select one freshman cadet who distinguishes himself through academic performance, military appearance, team participation, community service, and leadership potential. The Cadet of the Year demonstrates the highest example of the core values of honor, courage, and commitment for a first-year cadet. The Jacques Fontaine Award honors the memory of one of our own graduates who put himself before others. Chief Petty Officer Fontaine died in the mountains of Afghanistan when his helicopter was shot down en route to rescue fellow Navy SEALs. Our flagpole, which flies the nation's colors, is dedicated to Chief Fontaine. The Fontaine Award was created to honor the service and dedication to the NJROTC program. For the first time, we have two Cadets of the Year. Cadet Sean LaGrange and Cadet Mooney, front and center. All right, so one of the things that weighs in is the seniors actually help us determine Cadet of the Year, along with everything else, their uniforms, their participation, and everything else. And then Senior Chief and I get 51% of the vote. And it was extremely difficult this year. And we were going back and forth. There's a lot of other great cadets. But we kind of narrowed it down to two, and we thought maybe we should flip a coin And I said, you know what, I got 2 medals, I'm going to give out 2 awards. One of them happens to be an 8th grader, one of them happens to be a freshman, but that really didn't have anything to do with it. Both the best quality cadets that we've got, very fortunate to have them both in the program. I'd also like to recognize the faculty and staff that have made this possible. Mr. Gallagher, Ms. Wild, Mr. Lemon, I don't know, I'm sure he's around here somewhere. There he is. Their support goes a long way to make this entire program and this annual event possible. The other one that really makes everything possible are our parents. I would love to have more parents here today. But unfortunately, because of the protocols, we can only have the juniors and seniors. But the senior parents now have been through 4 years with their students who are now getting ready to move on. So we'd like to recognize them specially for all of their work. We created the Mr. John Parent Award. He was a member of the VFW in Waveland, Mississippi. Mr. Parent supported the program for many years. During parades, he would set up barbecues for our students. He would travel to New Orleans every year for this award ceremony to represent the VFW. Mr. Parent passed away several years ago, and his military flag is in our office. We keep his name going by presenting an award to those who helped us throughout this year, in particular the parents. I'm going to recognize the parents of seniors that have helped by marching in parades, cooking for events, helping behind the scenes, or just making sure their son gets to where they need to be most of the time, even though there's some resistance sometimes. All right, so the parents of seniors, I'd like you to come down. Seniors, come on over, get your certificates. So if the parents of seniors would come down, we'll present you all with certificates. All right, can we get a big round of applause for all the parents? So I started that award several years ago, hoping to recognize some of the parents that maybe, like I said, marched in parades with us or cooked for us, or were always coming to me and asking for assistance with their sons for some reason or another. That happens sometimes, or me just trying to work with them to make sure that their sons are doing the best they can. And I quickly realized that I was giving one to almost every parent. Y'all stand behind them. I know because my daughter graduated last year from high school, and I know what it's like to have a senior. This year has been extremely tough on everybody. I know our students have certainly lived up to our motto this year of improvise, adapt, and overcome. It's been challenging. We haven't had a chance to do a lot of the fun stuff. But I appreciate everything that our seniors have done to try and keep this program moving. We have brought in 8th graders for the first time this year. They opened it up nationwide to 8th graders. And so we were one of a few schools, only 3 in Area 8, that elected to have them as a pilot program. And they have integrated seamlessly. Our 8th graders, you couldn't tell a difference between an 8th grader and a freshman. And that's due to the leadership that we've got here. So I just want to say thank you, seniors, for everything that you've done over 4 years. You are leaving a legacy. And if I've told you before, you're going to be like those Katrina years, right? You're going to come back in 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, and a senior's going to be complaining about something. And you're going to say, hey, let me tell you about my senior year. So y'all have a unique experience. Just keep telling yourself that, a unique experience, right? But it's a unique experience that everybody in the country is having right now. What do things hold for us next year? We'll see. No one really knows. We're opening some stuff up, and I'm expecting my upcoming seniors to continue, right, taking that leadership from our current seniors and pushing it even further. Like I said earlier, a lot of our sophomores, freshmen, 8th graders have never seen this ceremony before. There's going to be a lot of things that they will never see. We went to our first drill meet a couple weekends ago. First one all year. Our color guard performed, did very well. No, I don't have the results back yet. But they got a chance to see some of the other schools and drill meets. All right, normally we do that up in the beginning of the year. I'm hoping to do even better next year. We got a lot of great cadets, and I have a lot of hope for this unit. In case any of you have not met him, Senior Chief Barnes was assisting me today. He's our new Naval Science instructor. Chief Nikase is up there in the stands, came back as a spectator. And unfortunately, last year, the military ball was supposed to be his going away party, but we're going to have one for you at some point, Chief. A big going away party. So we'll invite you back. I also heard that you're interviewing for the disciplinarian job. Is that true? No, he's not. Y'all can rest easy. But I do want to take this opportunity to thank Chief Nikase for all he did in his 24 years of service here at Brother Martin, and 6 years with me. Really, I mean, I talk about reflection of people, right? This unit's a reflection of Chief Nikase, since he's been around here for so long. And your legacy is just to keep leaving it with people who are going to make it better and better. So thank you, Chief. So it's time to tell the seniors goodbye. And as thanks for a job well done, the outgoing commanding officer will receive a plaque with his awards and a flag that was flown over the Capitol of the United States. We'd like to invite the parents of Cadet Broussard forward.
The Public Affairs Officer is the voice of the military unit. He is responsible for telling the story and narrating our events. I will now be relieved by the new Public Affairs Officer, Cadet Chief Petty Officer David Parra. Please join me in a round of applause for him.
Platoon commanders and their chiefs are the first-line supervisors and leaders of the unit. They are responsible for the direct training, guidance, and supervision of the cadets in their charge. The new platoon commanders and chiefs are in position and commanded during the ceremony. They are positioned in front of the platoons on the far side of the drill field. The 2021-2022 platoon commanders are Cadet Ensign Benjamin Code, Cadet Ensign Andrew Rupp, Cadet Ensign Sebastian Gonzalez. Their chiefs are Cadet Chief Petty Officer Lennox Brown, Cadet Chief Petty Officer Carlos Sharp, Cadet Chief Petty Officer Devin St. Clair. Please give them a round of applause. The Administrative Department manages all of the files, paperwork, public affairs, and community service for the unit. All right. The Administrative Department manages all the files, paperwork, public affairs, and community service for the unit. This is no small job. The Administrative Department is led by Cadet Lieutenant Junior Grade Zachary Rochon. Assisting him is the Admin Chief, Cadet Chief Petty Officer Reese Jackson. The Operations Department organizes and manages all of the events for the unit. They coordinate the teams and ensure that all of the special events are properly tracked, staffed, and documented. The Operations Department is led by Cadet Lieutenant Landon Merritt, and the Assistant Operation Officer is Cadet Ensign Michael Hardman. The supply department is responsible for every uniform, every flag, every sword, rifle, and piece of equipment that our unit owns. They must maintain meticulous records for the more than $150,000 worth of inventory. The supply department is led by Cadet Lieutenant Junior Grade Mark Raffio. He is assisted by the Assistant Supply Officer, Cadet Ensign Tyler Goldberg. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for our staff for the 2021-2022 school year. Team commanders, in addition to the duties assigned in the company, are the leaders of our extracurricular teams. They dedicate their time to develop routines, train cadets, and prepare for competitions. They're responsible for making practice and events fun. We will recognize the team commanders. Armed Drill Team Commander, Cadet Lieutenant Commander Christian Schneller. Unarmed Drill Team Commander, Cadet Lieutenant Journey Harris. Color Guard Team Commander, Cadet Master Chief Petty Officer Bo Robinson. Cyber Patriot Team Commander, Cadet Lieutenant Junior Grade Landon Merritt. Drum and Bugle Corps Commander, Cadet Petty Officer First Class James Birdsall. A military unit is led by the leaders that are the best examples of dedication, confidence, and leadership abilities. The command leaders set the tone for the command. The senior enlisted leader is the eyes and ears of the troops. In a military unit, he runs the chief's mess and is the first one to know everything that happens in the command. Command Master Chief Ray Scametta will now be relieved by the new Command Master Chief, Bo Robinson. The executive officer is responsible for keeping the officers in line. This is no small task. The XO is a highly respected position and is usually the disciplinarian of a military unit. Cadet Lieutenant Nicholas Lemoyne will now be relieved by Cadet Lieutenant Journey Harris. Cadet Harris is unable to join us today. The commanding officer is the single person responsible for everything that happens in his command. He can never delegate authority and decisions, but he can never delegate responsibility. He must trust that he has set the right tone, trust his leaders, and look towards the future for the unit. Cadet Lieutenant Commander Avery Broussard will turn over his command to Cadet Lieutenant Commander Christian Schneller. We would like to invite Mr. Eric Schneller and Miss Madeline Schneller forward to pin his new rank and the command's insignia. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Cadet Lieutenant Commander Christian Schneller. The principal of Brother Martin High School, Mr. Ryan Gallagher.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Parents, good afternoon, and cadets, good afternoon. Just want to take a few minutes to really echo what Commander Nolan said. You know, when the school year started, I had a long list of things that I was concerned about, a very long list in terms of how we would open the school year. Literally, how would we open the school year? Would we have school in person? If we did, what would that look like? How many people could we have on campus at any one time? Where would we find the space to put everyone and properly distance? Any number of things that we've dealt with throughout the year. Would we have extracurriculars? What would those extracurriculars be? How would we pull that off? I had a much smaller list, a second list, that was very, very small, of things that I wasn't concerned about. And guys, I can tell you, among the few things on that list, I was not concerned about the NJROTC program. We have two great faculty leaders in Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes who lead the way. But the main reason I wasn't concerned about the ROTC program is because I knew what we had in the students that make up that program. Starting with the gentleman in the back in our dress blues, our seniors, who I had seen in the program for 2, 3, or 4 years, and I knew what you guys were bringing when we came back on campus. I knew that this unit, this program, wouldn't miss a beat. And my hunch was proven correct at our annual inspection in October. You guys as a unit had not been on campus together hardly at all. And I'm sure that Senior Chief and Commander would disagree slightly with me, but from a guy in plain clothes at annual inspection, it was nearly flawless. And I wasn't surprised. Improvise, adapt, overcome, we all know is the motto, and Commander Nolan referenced that a few minutes ago. You guys have proven that this is not just a course that you take at Brother Martin. This is part of who you are. What a unique challenge you gentlemen were faced with this year to prove that the ROTC program is not just a class you take. It's a part of the fiber of your character. You guys were there from the beginning of the year. When we did have school once a week, ROTC was in their uniform, just like they always were. When we did figure out how to have some extracurriculars, ROTC was at the middle of the field in Tag Gormley. ROTC was in the Conlin Gym before basketball games. ROTC led our parade with the band at Mardi Gras on campus, providing the example of finding a way to get it done and overcome challenges. And I speak on behalf of the administration, the entire faculty, and the entire student body when I say how proud we all are of each and every one of you and how impressed we are with what you've done this year. The members of our ROTC program represent about 10% of our student body. And gentlemen, coming in next year, our incoming 8th graders, we have nearly 20% of the 8th grade signed up for ROTC. That has nothing to do with me, obviously. I think it has something to do with Commander Nolan and Senior Chief Barnes. It has everything to do with the example you have set this year. If you think people aren't talking about what you've done this year, you're mistaken. Give yourselves that credit. You guys have been an outstanding example for our school community and the entire community of New Orleans. And on behalf of those communities, I just want to thank you. And parents, as always, thank you for entrusting your sons to our care. And it is really great to have you on campus today. So thank you again for being here. Gentlemen, thank you. And Senior Chief and Commander Nolan, thank you guys very much for your leadership. Thank you.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our outgoing seniors.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you for your continued support of Brother Martin NJROTC.